Dennis Hopeless, Eduardo Pansica, Julio Ferreira, and Dexter Soy defund the Suicide Squad as Rick Flag and his team are returned home, only to be forced to go on the run as the Waller Contingency is activated, leaving them fighting for their lives. Dennis Hopeless picks up the pieces after the abysmal War for Earth 3 with the first part of the finale for this iteration of the Suicide Squad, keeping up the book's signature non-stop action as we take a look at what a Rick Flag-led Wallerless squad looks like. I do enjoy what Hopeless continues with this issue in that the squad has always been these kind of losers, and now it's no different with Flag having trouble running successful missions and giving the team a much needed win. What I think is where the book succeeds is that it continues the overarching themes of this run, which is exploring that and kind of showing that these are losers, but they're a family as well, and it ditches most of the War for Earth 3 subplots, which is for the best. Eduardo Pansica, Julio Ferreira, and Dexter Soy continue to make the stories a joy to look at with some chaotic and fast-paced action set pieces. The book never lingers too long with one group of the squad, so there's always something cool and interesting happening on the pages. Suicide Squad issue 14 was a decent follow-up to the shockingly bad War for Earth 3, making the most of the remaining 2 issues and giving us a serviceable, action-heavy story playing on the character's strengths. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. Suicide Squad issue 14 finds Amanda Waller dump her reject squad back on Earth, with Bloodsport getting dumped in a pool along with all of his multiversal brothers once he demands Waller pay off her deal. He tells his multiversal brothers that they're in Belle Reve, wanting to sort out their situation as Flag demands Waller give Calibra back her body, learning of the Lazarus resin. The ghost of Talon begins to fade as William knows his time has come. Calibra tearfully tells him not to leave, but William knows that their time is over and she is now free to be a hero. Ambushbug begins crying, wanting Calibra just to be happy and wondering why no one else is crying, and Peacemaker knows it's because they have self-respect, as Mirror Master asks Flag what happens now, showing Flag Waller's board filled with the bomb triggers. Flag knows that all these years he was just cannon fodder for Waller, but they came together as a team and saved the world dozens of times, and he knows that they don't need bombs in their necks to tell them that they are the Suicide Squad. He breaks the board over his knee as an alarm rings out as the Waller Contingency begins, with the island being attacked by the US military, which blow up the base. Weeks later, the recovering Rick Flag wheels himself to a window, wanting a sit rep as elsewhere, Ambushbug and Peacemaker report in, having hijacked the truck they were supposed to in order to steal some stasis pods from it. Bug says that he always wanted to be an outlaw trucker, asking why Chris worries so much, as the anti-hero says that it's because 3 days in a truck with him is the best case scenario. Suddenly, the pods they were carrying, revealed to be match pods, burst open, allowing the cloned Kryptonians out and to attack the truck. Flag from his window surveys the military base he is imprisoned in, telling Rodriguez that they are moving, as the woman knows it's all cleared out now as everyone has moved to the big ominous building near her. Flag tells her to follow them, so the woman does, telling Flag that she doesn't have much field training, but trapping herself underground feels like a bad idea. However, Flag knows that the Suicide Squad doesn't get many good ideas. She soon reaches a room which is filled with weapons and soldiers, who immediately spot her, causing the Sandwoman to try and escape through a hail of gunfire as she laments that they have Bloodsport for things like this. Flag knows Bloodsport tends to kill everyone and he's still out of commission. Bloodsport meanwhile continues to try and map out the multiverse in order to return his multiversal brothers to their proper homes. He becomes frustrated, leaving his office to find the house a complete pigsty thanks to all of his brothers. He demands to know where Mirror Master is as Scudder is passed out in his penthouse, woken by Wheelman, who thinks that he's been doing all of the work. Scudder says if he ever needs a getaway, he'll just hop away through one of his windows, and it's not his fault the Wheelman has taken this long to get close to their target. Wheelman says that their target is a 3rd generation syndicate boss, and he's paranoid as a dog on the 4th of July. Mirror Master thinks that it will be impressive once they get what they need, but Wheelman already has it, wondering if it's time for a getaway. Wheelman is suddenly killed by Chet Moneymaker Mannheim and his goons, who demand the line dancer Wheelman stole be given back. Scudder asks Calibra her thoughts, and the ghost woman appears from Wheelman's body, knowing that this isn't what she had in mind when she was promised a new body. Ambushbug and Peacemaker continue to outrun the match clones as Peacemaker demands Ambushbug teleport them all away. The hero quickly teleports to all of the match clones, zapping them away to be someone else's problem as Chris calls Bug back as they're about to drive off a cliff. Bug comes back with one of the match clones, telling Peacemaker that he was still in stasis in the back and they might as well bring one back with them. The truck flies off a cliff as Rodriguez uses her powers to battle the military, while Flag gets a call from Peacemaker telling him that they are dumping the truck since the haul almost killed them. Flag calls Mirror Master, giving him a code red and telling him that Peacemaker and Bug need help. Scudder has his own problems thanks to Chet Mannheim as he jumps out of a window in a hail of gunfire. Rodriguez is hit by a missile as Mirror Master opens a portal to Peacemaker's truck, jumping onto the front of it and teleporting them all to the desert. In the desert, Rodriguez pushes Flag's wheelchair down the road, knowing it couldn't have gone worse, but Flag knows that she faced the American military's full force and lived thanks to her sand form, and no one was actually killed, so that's something special. He knows this team takes a lot of losses and none of them are perfect, but he needs to know how capable she is. He reunites with the team as Peacemaker shouts that Flag is grinding them down into burger meat on these missions, but Flag knows that they will eventually get a win. They just need funding, and he's got an idea, showing them a magazine featuring Lex Luthor, telling the team their next mission is to kidnap Luthor.